Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Athena triple short LED pendant. This is the 13-16-35. Lots of these Athena fixtures. You should check them all out because they are quite special. Let's get into the size of the fixture body itself, and that's going to be 15.2 inches high. When you incorporate all three of these together, and this is going to be a cluster of three of these, you have 20.1 inches by 20.8 inches by 20.8 inches. It's basically a triangle, right? The triangle itself is going to be 11 inches on each side, and it's going to be about that thick. It's going to be holding a transformer because these are going to be low voltage dedicated LED pendants. I want to show you more information about that. How we do it is we're going to look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how we put it together. And one way we do put it together is when the wires are coming out of the fixture body, the bottom part, you're going to be putting them through these parts one by one, and we'll get into these in just a second. So you're going to be going through a connector, then you're going to go through a pipe and a connector and a pipe, and then eventually the canopy up on the ceiling, and it's easier to do it that way. And then you just basically screw them all together. So we'll do that right now, really quick. These pipes have threading on both ends, on the inside, and then your connectors have threadings as well. And they go together really smoothly, and they go together really tightly. So you barely even see a seam on there. It's a beautiful, Hubbardton does a beautiful job when they're milling these things. Really great. And that's going to give you a whole range to play with from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling. You can have these staggered, you can have them next to each other. Most people are going to stagger them a bit. You're going to be getting 9 of the 12-inch pipes. You're going to get 3 of the 6 and 3 of the 3-inch pipe and a whole bunch of those little connectors to put them all together. It's going to give you a bunch of ranges you can attain, and a way to see those ranges is on that installations instruction sheet or on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont. Hubbardton Forge will have it too. You'll have a whole bunch, a table of a whole bunch of these overall heights, and it's going to give you a range anywhere from 20.8 to 62.8 that you can attain by using different combinations of these pipes. It's really simple. If you need to go well beyond that 62.8, this is going to be shipping with 120 inches of wire. So if I could probably get you up to like 113, 114 inches overall height just by ordering more pipes. So it's not such a big deal. Just email us and I can kind of walk you through that. If you need to go beyond that, so let's say you need, 200 inches overall height. You're coming down from a super tall ceiling. Send me a quick email. Say you're looking at the 13, 16, 35 and tell me what you need. So say you're looking at that and you need it to be X long. I'm going to take your email, send it through Hubbardton Forge's customs department where it's going to come back with an answer. We do customs every day. It adds only a little time and money, but it's a great way to get exactly what you need. So don't be afraid to ask. Okay, coming in 11 pounds, so it's very light, just hangs from a normal junction box. You'll be able to see that and some great line drawings, like I mentioned, on those installations instructions PDF, so check that out too. So the glass on this is really composed of 2 different types of glass that are working together. So the inner glass is going to act as a diffuser so you don't see the LEDs. It's Hubbardton Forge's opal glass, which I'll talk more about in the video. That's going to be an opaque white glass. And then on top of that is a clear cylinder that's fluted. It's a very pretty piece of glass. Hubbardton uses that on a lot of different fixtures too. And those are the 2 glasses that are going to be working together to give you a really smart looking fixture. Okay, let's kind of move on about what's going on inside of each of these parts, these Athenas that are coming down. We're going to call them Athenas, I guess, right? So you're going to be looking at 4.3 watts of electricity going into each of these LED clusters. Altogether, it's going to be adding up to 1,140 lumens, and that's quite a bit. So you're going to want to put this on a dimmer for sure. Tell your installer about how this is going to be using dedicated LEDs with the transformer and the canopy. They just want to know those kind of things. The other thing is this is going to be using that nice warm light that we use in our showroom. So it's a dedicated LED, like I said, but it is coming out with that warmth that you would get from an incandescent glow of a bulb from we all grew up with, right? That's that nice warmth. It's 3,000 Kelvin called warm white, and that's what's coming down from the LEDs above me. So that is what we like to use, and I'm glad it's used on this fixture. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with, and then they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces, and it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variants on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, for clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.